A boil water order is in effect for several area communities tonight, including the village of CANAJOHARIE, where heavy flooding contaminated the village's water source, forcing the water treatment plant offline. That's where we find Kimberly Howard tonight to tell us exactly what's happened and what's next. Kimberly.
Yeah, well, Greg, this rain was simply too much for the system to handle. This tank that you see behind me, this massive tank, is actually where the village gets their drinking water from. Now, we're told that floodwater is actually seeped into that tank. Now, the village is now being fed water from an alternative reservoir, but it could be days until everything is back to normal.
It was just a case of 4 inches of rain in less than 2 hours.
CANAJOHARIE left to clean up what a swollen drainage system spewed all over several streets. Public works crews are on overdrive, servicing washed out roadways and thawing out their own garage, which is now peppered with soggy sand.
It's not unprecedented. We've had flooding like this before.
But here's what the village hasn't had before.
Too much water to handle through that drain pipe.
Water Superintendent Jeff Swartz says the overwhelmed drainage system seeped into this 550,000-gallon tank, contaminating the village drinking supply.
We have a 2 million gallon storage tank over in the village, so the village residents are getting water from that tank.
There's still an active boil water order, something officials say is just a precaution.
We've shut the water plant right down. None of that water is here in the pipes.
But water crews and engineers have to figure out a way to get it back. It may require restructuring the system so the water supply isn't contaminated again.
We're in constant contact with the Department of Health as to what we should be doing.
They're also dealing with this.
Came down to this part of the property, it washed out the embankment.
Swartz says the cost to get the plant back up and running could be in the tens of thousands of dollars. And officials tell us it could be late Tuesday before the boil water order is lifted. There's also a boil water order in Fonda, which is dealing with massive cleanup efforts as well. As for the mess that this is all behind me, that could be early September before we know what the engineers propose they do to kind of revamp this system. For now, we're live in CANAJOHARIE. Kimberly Howard, CBS 6 News.